Hello, everybody. Well, we are very, very sorry for the mixed up that we just had. Uh, so please go and call on your friends and go and tag your friends and family members again. Let's start all over again. We're starting all over again. I'm here with Sola Adele for the Innovative and Inventive Hour. A creative and invention hour, this program is, like Shola said, is a hub that we are using to galvanize together the new generation of Africans to use technology and innovation and creativity and invention in moving Africa forward. So please go and share the message. Share. Go share the message. Go find the links and send to your friends and share with in your timeline, in the inboxes, and in the groups of your friends. So, like I was saying, Shola, I said condolences to you on the demise of your dad.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, sir. It means so much to me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I was thinking that, it might look bad, but it's not really bad because he lived to be 84 years old, yeah? And 84 years old is much more better than my own mother or grandmother. When she died at 68. But I was begging God that how I wish I would have a few more years with him to be able to I just wanted her to be alive until I'm able to prove to her that I am now a new person, that I'm now a new, because she only knew me as a hooligan, She only knew me as a disobedient, hard-headed person. So I wanted to let him know that, that that I had become a better human being and that all our efforts concerning me were not in vain. And also it was very painful to me that I couldn't really help her anyhow. That I couldn't help her, materially while she was still alive. I really had wanted to be of a help and support to her. But, she died and I didn't have that opportunity. So each time now that I have opportunity to talk to young people about their attitude to their parents, I always encourage them to value their parents. I always encourage them to value their parents and to, to do their best for them while they are still around, while they are still here on earth. So would you like to say a few things about your dad? Did you have good relationship with him or not so much?
Yeah, I had a good relationship with him. Actually, the last time we spoke about a month ago. But the very important call I had with him was about the 1st of January. I had all my kids with me, and I called him, and we spoke. Then I was telling him to please pray for my kids. So my dad was able to pray for every one of my kids and advise them. He advised every one of them about life. I passed the phone to each one of my kids and he spoke to them, advised them about life, and I asked him to please pray for each one of them. So we had a good relationship, and my dad was, one of the things I learned from him is that spirit of enterprise. He never gave up. From the time I was born till my dad, till he passed away, my dad never worked for anybody. He had his own business all through me knowing him, all through growing up. My dad was into real estate, and he had his own company. He built it up, and he never worked for anybody. He was a real, go-getter. He believes in what he's able to do, his abilities, and he was able to feed his family. No father is perfect, no man is perfect, but I always look at the good part of my dad and just forget about the other side. So my dad was is a go-getter, and also he loved having fun. One of the things, the sweet memories of my dad is that my dad always liked to surprise and thrill his kids. He will come home with the biggest fish we have ever seen. He will come home with the tallest bottle we have ever seen. He will come home with the biggest wall painting we have ever seen. He will take us to amusement parks. He takes us to the beach. There was a time he was taking us. We were going to the beach almost every week. So my dad is a very adventurous person. He's open-minded. I think he planted in us, in my family, that seed of diversity. We're able to accept people of all races, so far you are a human being, we're accepting you. That's why my brothers, we all married to all people from all kind of places, white, black, everybody, So
not from Yoruba people.
Those are the good qualities of my dad. And
none of you married none of you married a Yoruba woman, huh?
Let me see.
mainly international.
Yeah, none of us actually married Yoruba woman. No. My older brother married a white lady. I married from another part of Nigeria. My brothers, everybody married from. So my dad, I think that's diversity has been in us. We accept, and he's very adventurous. My dad he's open-minded. He's able to learn things. It's from my dad I first saw the book Mein Kampf. By Adolf Hitler.
Wow.
Yes.
No.
It's from my dad I saw the book in his library, Mein Kampf. My dad.
He must be a very adventurous and a bold person. No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then he used to order this book called Reader's Digest, which I order now. I have them now. It's from that book I learned a lot of things. It's from that book I first found out about HIV/AIDS. As far back as 1980 or 1981, I read Reader's Digest and I found out, they discovered a new disease and all that. So my dad is very adventurous, open-minded, go-getter. He looks, I would say he's a good man. I would just say that. He's not perfect. Some people can come up with all the other parts of him, but I always focus on the good part, and I use that to implement on myself. And one of the things I can tell other parents is that create memories for your kids. Going to the beach, going to amusement parks, and thrilling us with we had all kind of imaginable toys growing up. That is, he loves thrilling his kids. So those creates very sweet and great memories for us, and for me especially, because I'm also an adventurous person.
That is a very, very good approach. You don't focus on the negative, but you focus on the positive, especially when it comes to your parents and your family. And so very, very good approach. How many kids were you?
Well, all together, my mom and my dad were 5 of us, but my dad had 2 kids, my mom had 2 kids before they came together, so the whole family is 9 kids. But 2 have passed away, and we are 7 now. So I have 2 stepbrothers and 5 of us, 7 there altogether.
Wow. So yeah. So the burial arrangement, he's an Ijebu man, right?
Yes.
So that's a big thing in Ijebu, for Ijebu people, burial and festivities and parties.
Right.
So they are putting all that together now, eh?
Yes, they are putting it together. They actually buried him this week.
Oh, they did.
My
That's quite
yes,
fast.
yeah, they did the wake keeping and the burial because our firstborn, who lives in UK, was vacationing in Nigeria when it happened. So he said he wants it done before he goes back. But
Okay.
during the burial and wake keeping and burial, you still have to do the big party and all that. So that has been put to a later date. But you know how it is in Ijebu, especially if you have kids outside of the country, you all have to send, you know
Yes.
what I mean, you have to send
Money
money.
to do party, to buy
And especially
cow.
if you're abroad, you have to. Yeah. But my brothers have been so wonderful, and my sister, everybody, they have supported, they put everything together in such a short space of time. And we really appreciate even those that have sent condolences on Facebook all over the place. We really, really appreciate it
So
all.
he was a real estate agent all his life.
Yes, all his life. He never did anything, any other thing. He was well known when he was, in Lagos State there. He was well known in Lagos State. That is the old time people.
As
They know him.
as a real estate agent.
Yes. He was a member of Island Club in Lagos. Island Club is a premier club in Lagos. So where all the governors and all the people, they are members. So he was well known then. Though he didn't grow his business to become like a big organization, it was just small, but he was well known.
Wow.
At that time, you don't have all these big companies now. You only
Yes.
have few real estate companies, yeah. And he actually made me go study town planning, town and regional planning, which
in line
led
of
to
in
other things.
line of
But I
his.
wanted to, yes, yes, but I wanted to study business administration.
Beautiful. So what will you have for us today?
Well, today I want to welcome our viewers watching, those commenting, and those I've spoke to in the course of the week. Great conversation with a lot of people in preparations of what we have. So today we just want to talk more about the community we have formed on Facebook. So I'm just going to read what I have here quickly. We have the DSA African Creative and Innovation Community. This group is formed as a hub to connect people of African descent, inventors, innovators, investors, philanthropists, intellectuals, and resource persons with the common goal of volunteering their resources towards the execution of the vision of the group, which is for the upliftment of Nigeria and the African continent as a whole. This community is also home to those with their unique mission to Africa. If you have any mission to Africa, anything you want to do for Africa, this is home for you to connect to Africa, and you can connect with like minds for the benefit of our dear continent. We believe no one should be in isolation, and that when great minds connect, the world is a better place. So we're talking about that group today, and quickly I want to talk about how to join. How to join
Oh,
DSA
you've got to.
African Creative and Innovation Community.
Yes.
Sir?
Tell them the name of the community or the group again.
Yes. DSA African Creative and Innovation Community. So on Facebook, to locate the group, just type DACICS. DACICS. That is DACICS. Once you type DACICS, the group will pop up and you can join. It's a closed group because we made it a closed group because this is an action group. It's a group that we calling people to come together for an action, to implement an action to help our African community. So it's not a group like where people just have fun, you talk and play and all that. No, it's an action group. It's a group that's going to achieve some aim. So that's why we make it a closed group. And for you to join, type DACICS, DACICS, DACICS. It will pop up on Facebook. For you to join, you will answer 3 simple questions. Just quick three simple questions. These questions are intended to make you have, that is to pause and ask, do I really want to join this group? What is this group about? You know, you'll be able to answer that question, and it will give you, you know, an understanding that, okay, I'm actually joining something that I'm going to contribute. Then on our own end, it will help us to know that, okay, these are the kind of people. It's like a filter. Let me put it that way. It's like a filter. So those 3 questions, very simple. Answer them, then we'll connect you to the group, and you'll be able to contribute in any way, shape, or form you desire.
So who are the people that could come? Inventors, innovators, sponsors?
Investors,
okay,
philanthropists, intellectuals of all fields, and resource persons. So when we say inventors comprises of everybody in Africa that have ideas, that want to do something to benefit not just themselves but their neighbors. You want to create something that will benefit your environment. Like Dr. Sunday used to always teach, that your own sphere of influence.
Yes.
For example, you are a child, you are 11 years old. We have kids that are doing things to benefit kids. You know, so you are 11 years old, you are watching this program now, you can be part of the group. So long as you have an idea, you have a product you have created, and you are looking for help to take it to the next level, join the group. It's called DACICS. So we need someone like you.
Can you make it clear again? Who are the people that we are not, when you say that we don't want to just, you know, play around and just, just take anybody, and please let us know who are the people we are not willing to take into this group.
Okay. Well, we're not, okay, now, we are not, Dr. Sunday is handling this decay in the church. He's handling the decay in the church, talking about the church, everything about church, and how people have to change their mentality about church and everything. Okay, now, this group is an extension of what he is doing. Dr. Sunday is talking about the church now. The mindset of the people have to now be free of those teachings, but now that mindset has to be filled with something else. So now we're saying we have to be innovative. Instead of being filled with doctrines, dogmas, and indoctrinations and everything, that mind, though you're using it to serve God, but you can also use it to benefit man. So now to benefit man, you have to be innovative. That's why we created this group. So you are not coming on the group to talk about church. No, you're coming to the group to share your ideas. You are coming to the group to help with the goals and the vision of the group. So we are not receiving people that just coming to, just share church videos, just be sharing church. No. When you come on the group, you will see the kind of things we are sharing there. It's all about science. It's all about things people have created from all parts of the world. So we need people that have something to offer. Africa is the target. Africa is the goal. We want to benefit Africa. So let's put it this way now. What do you have that can benefit Africa? If you have something that can benefit Africa, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Kenya, any part of Africa, Mali that you have, whatever you have that can benefit Africa, you are now thinking of other people. Whatever you have that can benefit Africa, join the group. Join DACICS, DACICS. Just come in. You are going to share what you have. If you need help in developing your idea, you find help there. If you need collaborators, you find them there. If you need investors, you find them there. Then if you have capital and you want to fund something, because, for example, DSA is going to Africa, they will get to a point where a foundation will be formed, or foundations will be partnered with, for example, to feed people. So you are a philanthropist, you want to feed people, you can join the group. Dr. Sunday and the Embassy of God Church in Ukraine have been doing that for years, feeding people for free of charge. So if you're a philanthropist, you want to do this in Nigeria or Africa, any part of Africa, join the group. Join the group. We have intellectuals too. You are a scientist. Whoever you are, come on the group to help. You are of African descent. It is the time for Africa to now help itself. Not by helping itself, it's also helping the world. It's also contributing something to the world. So people don't no longer look at us as the dark continent. We have a lot of people. We have even inventors, innovators, business people. We have them eating all over the world. And they are of African descent. They live in their house. They go to their job. Nobody knows them. But some of them have this desire to help Africa. This is the platform. Come on board with us. Talk to us. What do you want to do? How do you want to help? You get in touch with Dr. Sunday. You can come on this program. Share with people. Inspire people. Use your story to bring forth the next Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Buffett, and everybody in Africa, so that other parts of the world will look at us and say, yeah, Africa is coming up. Let's look at Africa. Africa is contributing something. So that's what DSA, African Creative and Innovation Community, is all about. DACICS, DACICS on Facebook. Go there right now as we're talking and join the group. Thank you, sir.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, please continue the things we are talking about. Yes.
All right, today I want to share something that I call 7 key areas of an innovative mind. 7 key areas of an innovative mindset. I'm sorry, the studio is hot. You got lights all over the place, so bear with me, guys. All right, today I'm sharing what I call 7 key areas of an innovative mindset. And these areas of an innovative mindset is something that has to go with you. When we talk about a mindset, your mind has to change. The way you think, your thought process, the way you process thoughts, the whole essence of you has to change for us to develop Africa, to develop Nigeria, wherever you are. So we have to have a different mindset on how we assimilate information, process it, and act upon those information. So I have put together, through my own experience, learning in different areas from DSA as well and other people, and my experience, I put together these 7 key areas of an innovative mindset. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yep.
The first one is what I call face reality.
Okay.
Face reality. You have to face reality of your situation. Number 1, you have to face reality of who you are, where you are, and your environment. You see, in Africa and Nigeria, where I come from, we talk about faith. Yeah, it's faith. We talk about faith, but faith does not blind you from what is around you. Faith does not blind you of your situation. That is why in the book of James, the Bible says, the man that is of low estate should see himself elevated. Okay? Yeah, you can see yourself elevated, but first of all, you have to know that you are of low estate. You have to know that, oh, I am low, but now you now take the faith of Jesus Christ and look up. So the first thing is face reality. One of the things one of the key things I want you guys to listen, especially those of us in Nigeria, to listen to this. You need to stop living on other people's promises. You have to stop it. Stop living on other people's promises. In Nigeria, people promise one another and people will be, okay, I'll give you a quick example now. I have a friend in Nigeria who told me, oh, I have this person, he has a lot of money, he might want to invest in your company. I'm like, oh, great, okay, let me talk to him. I talked to the person said, yeah, okay, I want to invest this, that. As an international investor, I'm going to look at things that we can do together. All right, we He now said, in 2 weeks, I asked my friend, I said, listen, I said, I have a question for you. Does he have the funds? He said, oh yes, he has the funds and he's ready. I said, okay. We set the date. Towards the date, the person, my friend now told me, oh, he said at the end of the month. It's going to be at the end of the month. I said, okay, at the end of the month, no problem. I'm busy doing my thing. The end of the month, as if he's never going to come. The end of the month came, and I asked my friend, what's going on with your friend? He said, oh, there's the money he's expecting. They have not paid these people. They are expecting this money. And I told my friend, I said, stop right there. I said, forget about your friend. I don't even expect to hear from him, because if you want to do something, that is why we have in Africa what is called abandoned projects. People want to do a project, but they don't have what it takes to finish it. In America here, if you want to build a house, everything to finish, to put the last screw in the door is ready by the banks and everything. So nobody is promising anybody, oh, I'm going to, yes, I'm expecting this money. No, you're not expecting no money. You have it or you don't have it. So people promise one another and they'll be waiting and they'll be praying, oh, that person promised me. No. You have to face reality. You don't have it. You don't have it. Face reality of your situation. Look around. This is what I don't have. This is what I have. This is what I have. This is what I don't have. And the Bible talked about let your yea be yea and let your nay be nay. Not, oh, tomorrow, come tomorrow. No. There's nothing like that. You don't work like that in America. You either have it or not. So stop living on other people's promises. There is a billionaire I listened to recently, because I listen to a lot of these people. There's a billionaire I listened to recently. His name is Ray Dalio. He's worth $17 billion now. He's a hedge fund manager. He's managing, as the last research I did, he's managing about $160 billion for people. This man said, one of the things he was saying, he said, you have to face reality of your situation. You have to face reality. You have faith, you have everything in place, but you have to know, because now you have to count the costs. Okay, for example, you want to build a house. Okay, oh, we're going to build it by faith. What do you have in your hand? What do you have? If what you have in your hand, can it build a house? Oh, I'm going to build. No. You can expect the blessings from God and everything, but you have to plan with what you have in your hand. So Africans, we need to face reality. When I was in Nigeria, I look at myself, I said, wow, I read a Time magazine explanation of the poor of the earth. They say if you are living below $1 a day, you are poor. Then I told myself, yes, yeah, I am among the poor of the earth. So now what do I do? When you face reality, reality hits you in the face. Reality makes you to question, what do I do to change my reality? What do I do? What do I do to change my reality? So your reality has to be changed, but you now have to, I'm sorry, I'm having some issues with my setup. Okay. When you face reality, when reality hits you in the face, you will now be able to decide, what do I do to change my reality? So what is going on with you in Nigeria there? Where do you live? One of the problems is that we don't face reality. You have people that they would rather buy the biggest, the most expensive phone, handsets, iPhone, than to look for ways to improve themselves by knowledge and all that. They want to follow the trend. They want to follow the biggest fad. They want to be like the Joneses. Your neighbor bought a Jeep or a big 4Runner. You too want to buy a big 4. How did your neighbor achieve that feat of buying that car? You have not gone to learn that, but you want to do the same. So facing reality is the number one thing to change the mindset of innovators. The second one, I don't want to take too much time. So
concerning the facing reality, let me add this thing. You need to reduce the volume in your place.
Right.
So concerning the facing reality, you still need to reduce the volume. So concerning facing reality, okay, some people are, especially inventors and people who are creative, who have ideas, they have problems sometimes, and their problem is that they don't face reality, and they always think, okay, because I'm doing this invention, because I'm doing this invention, and this invention is going to bring in money sometime in the future, so, you know, I will not go and work. I don't need to do anything else. I'm just going to be hoping that the business will give me something later on in the future. Right now, I'm just going to you know, be doing what I'm doing. I'm going to be in the library or in the laboratory and just working. And there will be no money to sustain his family, no money to sustain himself. And he's just saying, I'm a writer, or I'm an inventor, or I am this and this. But you don't have money coming in. So about facing reality, it means that, okay, this my thing is in the future. So what can I be doing in the meanwhile? In the meanwhile, since my invention and my ideas have not been materialized yet and they are not monetized yet, let me right now go at least be working for 1 hour or 2 hours a day. So that is, you know, part of facing the reality. Or part of facing the reality is that, okay, I'm going to be, even some of them, is the opposite could also be true. Some people are not facing the reality that even though I'm working right now for Uncle Sam, but the reality is that I'm called to be an inventor. So I don't just continue to work, but I have to also find time to begin to dedicate to my invention. So that is another way of facing reality that, okay, no, I'm working now, but is that what I'm called to do? Let me face reality that I'm not just a worker. I'm called to be something. Let me face the reality of finding time to begin to dedicate to doing the thing that I'm supposed to do. Zvuk, that's him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Like we say in America, they say, until reality hits you in the face. So it's either you face reality or reality will come and hit you in the face. And that happens when it's too late, you know, like what Dr. Sunday is sharing now. You need to face reality. Don't let reality come and hit you in the face. Some people, is when they are 60, 65, 70 years old, reality will hit them in the face. All right, thank you so much, Dr. Sunday, for that contribution. The next thing I want to talk about is work with what you have. Work with what you have. In the miracle of the 5,000, Jesus feeding 5,000 people. The miracle was done with what somebody had. Jesus didn't say, oh, let bread come from heaven and we multiply. No, he said, what do you have? Somebody had bread in his hand, and that was what was multiplied. So you have the mind. It's your mind that is going to be multiplied. Somebody said recently in my studies, somebody said, an idea that is shared grows. So when you share your idea, it starts to grow. For example, now, I was just listening to Dr. Sunday, and I'm like, what they're talking about, I think I can contribute. I called, I contributed, and the next thing, I was called to come on the program. I came on the program, we talked, and I was talking about the program with somebody. An idea came. I shared it with Dr. Sunday, and here we are on the 3rd week. Next month now, we'll start featuring people on this program. And we believe it's blessing people. So, work with what you have. I shared the story of Kevin Doe of Sierra Leone, I think a week or 2 weeks ago. This boy was a number in Sierra Leone, but now he's no more a number, he's a personality. There's a book Dr. Sunday wrote about that yes. You are a personality. Yes, go and check it. If you think you're nobody, look for Dr. Sunday's book that says you are a personality. So this boy was a nobody, was just a number in Sierra Leone. But what did he do? he looked for what he has. And this boy had nothing. But what can he find? Trash. He saw trash, plastic, aluminium, and all kind of things. That is trash. He saw trash, and he started bringing trash of aluminium, wires, all kind of things, plastic, and set up a radio station. Nobody taught him. He set up a radio station to power the radio station, because with some of us in Nigeria now, when I say, oh, where is light now? There's no light to power anything. This boy got batteries, solar panel, he developed his own solar battery and everything, and powered his radio station. And the people in the neighborhood now started calling him DJ Focus. At the end of the day, this boy is now a personality. He's on YouTube. Go on YouTube, Kevin Doe, D-O-E. So what am I saying? The second area of having an innovative mindset is working with what you have. There's something around you. Even if you don't see anything around you, there's something here. Start to use it to think. Start to use it to think. Work with what you have. There is something around you you can use to produce something else. I was watching, anyway, I'll talk about that video again. That is Steps on Becoming an Inventor, which Dr. Sunday shared recently. So I'll share about that anyway. So work with what you have right now. What you have right now can be turned to something else to help you. Just like you help Kevin Doe. Kevin Doe, before he became a personality, cannot be compared to nobody. He was just down and out. So everybody listening to me, you think you are down and out. Some of you even have first degree. Some of you even have family, you have things that this boy didn't have. This boy had trash. Some of you have some things better than trash. This boy had trash. He used trash, and he was flown to America to speak to Harvard students. He met Chelsea, Clinton, and other leaders. So what we're saying is work with what you have. The third point, Dr. Sunday, do you have something to say to add to that, sir?
Yeah, I'm always surprised at the so-called graduates that we have in Africa that, that have first degree, second degree, read engineering, got, first class and all that. They finished university, and they're saying they are unemployed. This boy was just 11 years old. He didn't go to any university. He started his own power station. No electricity in his environment. He found some junks and dirt in the garbage dump, and he went there and powered his radio by himself. He started a radio station by himself without reading any engineering. So what is your own engineering giving you? There is another such a guy in Malawi that did wind energy.
Wind power,
yes. And he was only 12 years old. He just went to the library, saw the textbook where, they were talking about various forms of electricity, and there is no electricity in his village at all. And he just used, a 12-year-old, just reading from the textbook, he decided to build what he could build. He tried the others, they are too complicated, but the wind one, he built it. And that's how he powered the whole village. First of all, he powered his own house, then the village. Just because then later on, they took him to America to study and to England, and he got a scholarship, and now he's an engineer, he's a personality as well. So just somebody who is now is developing projects and inventions to save Africa. So these are the kind of people we need. And I'm sure we have potential people like this. But some people will say someone like that, they are born genius. No, I don't believe that anybody is born a genius. It's just hard work. Those people, they were ready to work hard. They were ready to put their mind into what they are doing to get a result, and they got result. So I think that, but if you call yourself engineer, I think it's a total disgrace to not be able to do anything and be looking for a job.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. So the next point, which is the third point, is very important. Stop blaming others. Stop blaming others.
I have a book like that.
Stop blaming people.
The book is called Stop Blaming.
What's the title, sir? Please tell us about the book.
Stop Blaming Others. That's the name of the book. Stop blaming.
So you need to stop blaming others. I didn't even know Dr. Sunday had written a book by that title, but I just put out the point. Stop blaming others. The moment we stop blaming other people for our current situation. The moment we stop, listen now, the moment you stop blaming others for educational, financial, marital, relationship, all kind of areas of your life, the moment you stop blaming others, the next step is what we're going. Is the next step in this teaching, which is called taking responsibility. For example, now, if somebody, maybe somebody came to your house, or no, let's say, for example, you were fired at your job unjustly. You were fired at your job unjustly. You know you are in the right, but they fired you. Then you are now at home, receiving unemployment, not applying for jobs, or not using, like Dr. Sunday said, losing your job is the best thing that can happen to you. One of his books. Okay. The moment you stop blaming that boss, you say, oh, I was treated unfairly. The moment you stop blaming whoever fired you or whoever caused the firing, that is the same moment you will now take responsibility for your next line of action. You now start taking responsibility. But what are we saying? Stop blaming others. We have parents that did not live up to our expectation, our standards, the world standards, other people's expectations. But do we blame them? It happens a lot in America. I'm like, what are these people talking about? Oh, you went and killed somebody, you went and murdered this, you went and stole this, you went and do crazy things. When they ask you, you say, oh, my upbringing. We know that the environment you grew up have effects, but are you not a human being now? Don't you think about right and wrong? So you now blame your parents. And this is the key thing. This is what I found out in my own experience. The people that always blame others, and especially when it has to do with parents, when I don't know wherever it's proven, but this is what I found out, that the moment you continue to blame your parents or people that are leaders, you start to blame them for your situation. Before you know it, you too will do things that others will blame you for. That is just like it says, whatever a man sow, that he will reap. So people can do things, and they are to be blamed. Actually, they did some things wrong, but you don't now, instead of going forward, now blame them for the reason you are stagnant.
Yeah.
You have nobody to blame but yourself for the reason you are stagnant in life, in any area of life. The reason you are stagnant in life is because you didn't take the next foot and put in front of the other. You still have your foot, you're still breathing, you're still on this earth, so you can't blame anybody for moving forward in any area of your life. The Bible says a dead lion, I think a dead lion is a living dog is better than a dead lion.
Yeah.
You are alive, so you have all the aces are in your side. So you decide and stop blaming. In Nigeria, where I come from, oh boy, they blame local government chairman, they blame neighbor, they blame Buhari, they blame this, they blame lights, they blame. There is enough blame there's enough blame to share to 170 million people. That is enough blame in the country, but nobody is taking responsibility. So that is one other aspect of having an innovative mindset. Stop blaming others. Just stop right now. Just stop. Then the next one is stop denying your responsibility. Stop denying your responsibility. And another thing is that you can even go ahead, go further, and do better than you can go further. One thing is to not deny your responsibility, but another step you can take is to take responsibility. That is just You are in a leader. One of the key things about a leader is that once he gets to an environment, so long as there is one other person or two other persons there, when a leader arrives in that place, he will look at the whole area, look at the people there, look at what is better for everybody there. Once he looks and think of what is better for the next or two persons around him, before you know it, the other two people will see him as a leader, and before you know it, naturally he becomes the leader of that pack. He becomes the leader of that pack, because what is he doing? He's taking responsibility. He's saying, okay, what can we do in this group? What can we achieve? He's the leader naturally. People now wonder, oh, like Dr. Sunday just said now, geniuses are born. No, they are not born. They are made. Geniuses are made. So leaders, geniuses are leaders too. You have to take responsibility. You have responsibility. That is, okay, everybody blame Nigerian government for what is happening in Nigeria. Okay, let's say, for example, 70% of Nigerians blame the government for what is happening in the country. That means 70% of the population is doing nothing. 70% of the people are blaming the government. Look at in the Old Testament, the Israelites were murmuring against Moses. Nothing was happening. Nothing. No, they couldn't move forward because they were complaining, they were murmuring. Nothing was happening. And God, the Bible says God hates it. So everybody, 90% or 70% or 50% of people complaining about the government of Nigeria, blaming the government of Nigeria for one thing or the other, not taking responsibility. Those 50% people are on the side already. That is, we can't even reckon with them, because to even develop the economy now, we have only 50% people remaining to build the economy. Because the rest people, American President JFK said, think not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. That's the American model. In America, you see people that they're just ready at the spur of the action to do something for the country. Boom, for God and country. Boom, they are no thinking twice, because they have been engineered that way. Boom, we say America is great, America is great. It is because the average citizen is able to stand up. Boom, I'm doing it for the country. Boom, I'm doing it for the country. You know, so what we're saying is take responsibility. When you take responsibility, how do you take responsibility? Start thinking about what you can do to benefit others. Forget about yourself. Take responsibility. Stop denying your responsibility, because everybody has a responsibility. If something is happening in one area, Dr. Sunday came to Nigeria then in Port Harcourt. He said, he looked at it and said, how can a church be on a street and the whole road is messed up? So, because you are in that street, because you are there, it is your responsibility to make sure the road is good. So don't say, oh, we are just, no. You take responsibility for your family, for your street, for your environment. That is one of the key mindsets we need to have as innovators.
Beautiful.
The next one.
Go ahead.
The next one, you can stop me anytime.
Yes,
so
go ahead.
In case you have a...
Yep.
Okay. The next one I call think ahead of the crowd. Think ahead of the crowd. Think ahead of the crowd. There's what we call bandwagon. There's everybody just jump on bandwagon. The latest song they are singing, everybody sings it. The latest clothes they are wearing, everybody wear it. The best phone they are using, everybody buys it. The latest car they are driving, everybody buys it. First of all, the latest song they are listening to, everybody is singing it and dancing to it. Thinking ahead of the crowd is meaning that, okay, who wrote this song, number one? What are the lyrics in this song? What is this song? What is the message in this song? That is thinking ahead of the crowd. Because the crowd always do things. The crowd, okay, I will share this. There is an experiment that was done. Listen now, there was an experiment that was done. I can't really pinpoint who did the experiment, but in a college in America. There's an experiment. You see the school of fishes. When you look into, I watch a lot of documentaries on nature. You see there are some fishes that they swim. You see them swimming the same, I've forgotten, like mackerel. The mackerel, they call it mackerel or something like that in Nigeria. Mackerel, they are so small, they can be 1,000 mackerel now. And before you know it, all of them will swim this direction. The next thing, all of them will swim in this direction. Scientists in America, they now pick one of the mackerel and look into their brain. They now found out that it is their brain that makes them notice the direction of their neighbor going this way or going that way. What did they do? They altered something in the mackerel's brain. When they altered something in one mackerel's brain among the 1,000, what happened? The 1,000 mackerel will move like this, they move like this, but one mackerel was moving the opposite direction. At first, everyone is moving like this. One mackerel is moving the opposite direction. So the other mackerel start to look at it. The other mackerel is moving this different direction. All the 1,000 mackerel start to follow the one that was doing the wrong thing. So that is one thing about life. People that make changes in life, especially when you're doing something great, you may start small. Nobody listening to you. Nobody wants to do what you're doing. But before you know it, people will start noticing what you're doing, and before you know it, you will be the pace setter. So why follow the crowd instead of thinking ahead of the crowd? Steve Jobs, that created Apple computer, he said this. When I read this quote, I thought of DSA. He said, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Yep.
Steve Jobs said that. The people who are crazy enough to change the world, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. So if you think you can change the world, you may start small, but you are the one that God is counting on. Gideon thought he was a small person, he didn't know nothing, whatever, but he found out that he was the one God was waiting on to change the world as at that time. So think ahead of the crowd. Everybody always, it's so funny, and just like I said, the macro, and that's how human beings are. Before you know it, somebody will come on TV, like all these secular musicians. They'll wear a particular dress. Before you know it, everybody wants to wear that particular dress. Why don't you think and change and be a pace setter and do things different? One of the things is that when everybody is following the crowd, you now think and say, why are we following this crowd? Why am I in this thing? Why am I joining this bandwagon? You will not be able to look ahead and see the reason why people are doing what they're doing. Then you will not be able to come with a different mindset and change it. And before you know it, you have people that want to do what you're doing, or people that will benefit from what you have created. So we have to think ahead of the crowd. Don't think like your neighbors, everybody around you think. Always think differently. The next one is what I call question everything. Question everything. I'm sorry, let me connect my power here. I think I'm losing power. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm good. All right, the next one I said is question everything. Innovators and inventors have this common characteristic. They question everything. Last week I came up and I said, Happy Father's Day. Dr. Sunday said something, I put on my breath. I was shocked. He said, I want to know the basis for which that question is being asked. I need to understand that question. I need to understand the motive behind the question.
That congratulations.
That
message. That's congratulations.
Come again, sir?
Not a question. It was a congratulatory message.
Yes. So you want to know where that came from. What is the meaning? What is the message behind it? You question it immediately, and that is the key ingredient of the mind of an inventor and innovator. They question everything. Your bishop come and say, somebody on your show, on Dr. DSA show said, one pastor said, if you have long beard like Taliban, you can participate in a wedding or something like that. Everybody just, you need to question him, and that's the difference with Western society. You have to explain, a lot of explanation. The church that I go to in US here, it's a multicultural church. The pastor is white, every culture, Chinese, Indian, African American, Caucasian, everybody is in that church. We have this study guide that comes out every week. The study guide, at the back of it, it shows the amount of offerings they collected last week. It shows the amount of tithe they collected last week. It shows the amount they collected for one new project. It shows everything they collected. Then we have votes in church. They will call us, I think we have one next week. They say, oh, we have a vote. There's something we want to do, but the whole church has to vote. So the pastor is not the owner of the church. He is been there. There was a pastor before him. He don't own the church. So they will call us for a vote. We want to do this. There was one time they wanted to change the old sittings, the old chairs in the church. They brought the votes to church. The pastor actually wanted to change those seats from the long pew seats to single theater seats that is so comfortable. When he brought the votes to church, this was the pastor's plan. When they brought the vote to church, all in support to change the pew seats to single seats, hands up. When the pastor saw the response, that project died right there. That project died right there. Will any of your big pastors in Nigeria bring this thing to you? Will they bring it to you? It is your money. The Bible says where a man's treasure is, that's where his money is. So it is your treasure. They're supposed to. So immediately that project died there, and he now came up with another project that makes sense to people. So what am I saying? Question everything. Ask questions. Ask questions. Anything that comes, and that's the mind of an innovator. Ask questions. Why? When I was young, they call me research. When my dad buys us a lot of toys, it's funny that I break open some of the toys. I'll break it open. Why is it working? Why does this toy have the ability to move around like this? And you will know, at the end of the day, I was able to build my own boats, because I'll take the model of some toys, what makes them spin, I'll put some kind of fan on their head, make my own boat of plastic or paper, and then put the model on the back of the boat just to move around the water. So when you question things, it gives you answers that will help you and help everybody. Question everybody. That's why in America, politicians have town hall meetings. You have town hall, people will be asking you all kind of questions. You have to be accountable. So that is the sixth mindset. Okay, I'll give an example of questioning things. What I do, I buy a lot of devices. My kids know that. My kids, I'll tell my kids, I'll say, hey, I have a surprise for you. They say, what? You have bought another device. So I buy a lot of devices, like this Bluetooth speaker now. Most of us in Africa, or most people, when they buy devices, all these devices come with manuals. They come with manuals. But how many people take time to read the manuals? They just think, oh, this device, okay. They just start using it. Most people that have cell phones, most of us, let me add myself to it. Most of us that have cell phones, we do not utilize those cell phones up to 50% of its use, because cell phones have so many use. Why? Because we don't read the manuals. So one of the things I do is that I read the manuals. And another thing I do when I read manuals is that there are some devices I have, or somebody has, and the person have a problem with that device. These are the innovative mind things. The person have a problem with that device, and they don't know how to operate it. I will look at the device. And as I'm looking at the device, I now consciously just take my mind, I transfer my mind to the mind of the person that created that device. As I'm looking at the device now, I'm now looking at the device like it's me that created it. Then I'll now say, if I created this device, this button here, I think I will let it do this. This button here to open it and do this, I will put it here. If I want to create this device will work like this. There are some devices we have that the same button, like music devices, the same button that will press play is the same button that will forward. It's the same button. When you press it 3 times, it will do another function. So you start to think like the person that created that thing, because the person is a human being like you. And before you know it, you start to, learn something new. For example, my 9-year-old daughter, recently, she had a phone. We just leave phone, they play with phones sometimes. So she had this old phone that I had. The phone was locked. She don't know how to open it. I said, find a way to open it. What did she do? She went on Google, typed how to open a locked phone. She typed it. I tried to help her open it. I couldn't do it. She said, I need to take it to factory reset. I said, well, I'll try to do that, but I'm busy. This girl went, typed on Google how to open a phone, and before we know it, this girl opened the phone. So the siblings were now congratulating her and say, how did you do it? She said, well, I typed and I searched and I pressed this, press that, and she able to open the phone. So what am I saying? Question everything. Whatever you see, how does it work? Why does it work? This person said this. What is it saying? This person coming with this idea. Why is he saying it? Questions. There are questions everywhere all over the world looking for answers. And what you cannot, here's the deal. We cannot get answers to any problem without asking questions. It's actually, you will see somebody that's being interviewed. The person may not be able to say a lot of things. But once 1 or 2 questions is thrown at that person, woo, a floodgate of answers and things that you can learn. So we need to question everything, especially in Nigeria. Oh boy, in Nigeria you have to question. Anyway, Nigerians know that you have to question everything, because of what is going on over there.
That is the topic
then
of
the
the
last one.
That is the topic
what
of
I'll
the
leave
age.
with us. The last one is, sir?
I said that is the topic of the HMT that is starting tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Questioning everything.
Wow. So this kind of like preparation towards that.
Yes.
So the last one is what I call action. Like I said, DASIC's DSA African Innovative and Creative and Innovation Community is an action group. Action. Whatever the Bible says, whatever your hand findeth to do, do it with all your might. People have ideas, they run with it, they face obstacle, they abandon. No. You are in the book of James, he said, faith without works is dead. That scripture, let me open it, I'm going to read it right quick. Because we always quote it and say faith without works is dead. It doesn't end there. That's not the whole context. Let's go to that scripture, those of us that Bible scholars. James chapter 2, it started from verse 14 actually. Verse 14, this is what he said. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he had faith and have not works? Can faith save him? Even the confession we make for salvation, we have to speak it. And speaking is an action. When you speak, that's an action. So he said in 15, say, if a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and any one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warm and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not things which are needful to the body, what does it profit? That's the whole essence we are coming up with this platform. We can't just say, hey, Africans, you'll be okay, we'll pray for Africans. Your pastors have been praying, your bishops have been praying for you how many years, and your situation refused to change. There has to be action. You have been praying, it is time to act. A lot of people pray and God is saying, yes, I've heard you. Now go and act. But they say they are waiting on God while God is waiting on them. Then it goes ahead, he said, even so faith, if he had not worked, is dead, being alone. Yes, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me the faith without the works, and I will show you my faith with my works. That is the difference between the Western world and Africa. Africa have faith without works. The Western world, they prove their faith by the works. Industrialization is the works that prove that the Western world have faith. Why do I say that? Because they see the things God has created and said, wow, these are raw materials. These are, Dr. Sunday talked about, there's something you talked about, diamonds in the dirt or something.
In the dirt.
Yes, diamond in the dirt. The Western world look at the world, the earth, the sea, the land, the inside, the planet, and say, wow, these are raw materials that God has created. We can use this to create things and better our life.
Right.
So they believe that God creates these things, and they turn these things, and it became an industry. But in Africa, faith, no works. The time you are supposed to use first 4 weeks or first 30 days of the beginning of the year, that you're supposed to start planning how the rest of the 12 months is going to be. That's when your pastor will tell you to go and fast without eating. You become redundant to the economy. That is when they tell you to go. The time you are supposed to think on how to plan for the 12 months, that's when they tell you not to eat. Then your brain cells are not functioning the right way. Your brain cells are not getting nutrition. Then by February, you have been famished, you have not eaten enough. By February, your cells and everything inside of you is now telling you that, oh, it's like we are inside of a famine. So by February, all what is occupying your mind is how to eat. You're just looking for food. No time to think. Then before you know it, December has come. You look at the whole year, nothing has happened. So action. If you have faith, act it out. In verse 20, he said, Thou believe that there is one God, thou doest well. Even the devils believe and tremble. So what the Bible is saying, because this our effort, this Dr. Sunday and my effort and everybody's effort on this platform is to move Africa forward. Okay, it says the devils believe and tremble. So one thing is this: we have to move beyond the devil's level. The devil's level is the level of believing, but the level of we humans and sons of God is the level of acting by works, our faith. The devils only believe God is God and they tremble. But we have to move beyond faith. No. Showing our faith by the works that we do. We have now gotten to the level of the sons of God. Because the Bible says it clear. It's clear here. He said, thou believe there is one God. Thou doest well. Even the devil do the same thing. They believe the same thing. So the Bible is saying you are on their level because you believe. Yes, the devil believe. You too believe. You have, but now your faith don't have to stay in the level of belief. He has to now go into works to start producing. Abraham believed God and it was counted for him as righteousness. Why? Because he moved when God said move. So what we are saying on this platform is that move, do things, move. Don't just believe. Don't receive what your pastor says and go home and wait for one miracle dropping from the sky. No. Move and do something. Then he said, was not Abraham our father justified by works? You see, the Bible is saying it. Was he not justified by works? when he had offered Isaac upon the altar. Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works his faith was made perfect. So action. For example, some of us Africans, we may not be. There are different ways to learn. I don't know how much time we have, but I know we are.
10 more minutes. 10 more minutes to go.
Oh, okay. Let me do this, and Dr. Sunday will take over. All right. One of the things we have to understand as we're talking about this action, we have to act out the ideas you have, not just speak. Now you have ideas, you have innovative ideas. Take a step. When I got my innovative idea in 2012, I didn't let it lie there. I wrote it in a script. I contacted the patent agent. I paid money. I spent almost $10,000. I pursued that thing until I put it on hold. Now I'm still following other things. Recently, I want to share something that happened recently. I'm building my company and I also work. So recently I went to help one of my customers to move a patient. So the person that worked with me is on my network. Like I said, I have over 150 professionals on the network. So one of the professionals came and worked with me. I asked him, oh, what's your name? We introduced each other. He said his name is Q. I said, oh, Q, what's your full name? He said, Quentin. I said, are you on the network? He said, yeah. I said, oh, really? That's you? So I was happy to shake his hand. So, and I said, I'm Sola, they call me Sola. I said, I'm Sola. He said, oh, so you are the man behind the scene. So you are the man doing all these things. He said, wow. See, that is so commendable. What you're doing, giving us jobs and helping companies find professionals to work in their company. Wow, that is so commendable. This is an American. So when, in the course of us working, this person now met another person who is also an American, a professional. I now gave my business card to that one and say, hey, you need to join our network. He was now telling me, he said, oh, guess what, man? I'm rolling with the owner today. He's excited. He's excited. So some of us listening to us today, you're going to create things that people are going to be proud of you. Your children are going to be proud of you. Your community is going to be proud of you. Your country is going to be proud of you. Even the world is going to be proud of you. Dr. Sunday's heart, I'm able to understand it. He is different to a lot of people. He wants to share what he knows. So those of you listening to us, God is going to take you, once you take these actions, that everybody is going to be proud of you. So take that action today. I'm speaking to somebody today. I don't know who you are, but you're listening to me, you're watching. You're watching me now. There's somebody that has an idea. You're looking at me. You're watching. God is saying, take that action. Take the next action. Yes, it's a thought, it's an idea. But God is saying, take that action. The action you're going to take today is going to save lives tomorrow. And you're going to be remembered. This is your moment of truth. This is your time. I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't know who I'm talking to. But somebody is watching this video right now, or you're going to watch it later after this broadcast. God is saying, run with that vision. In the book of Habakkuk, he said, run with the vision. Make it plain upon tablets, that he that readeth it may run. Every idea you have, for you to explain to anybody, it has to be written, number one. Act today, and we will all be proud of you. Thank you so much. And please watch this video by Dr. Sunday Adelaja. It's called Steps to Becoming an Inventor. It's a new video. Please look for it. Dr. Sunday is going to talk about it. And please, we need more team members. The responsibility is increasing. We need more team members to join us. Then the mentorship program is coming on. So over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so very much. Like, good job, good job. But can you tell the people how they could get in touch if they want to contact you or they want to join the group, the platform?
Oh, okay. First of all, you can contact Dr. Sunday. You have his Facebook Messenger. You can contact him on Facebook Messenger. You can contact Dr. Sunday also through email, pastor@godembassy, pastor@godembassy1word.org. pastor@godembassy.org. That's his email. Then you can contact him very quickly, fast on Facebook Messenger. Then me, you can always contact me on Facebook Messenger as well, Sola Adele. Then to join the group, the innovative platform, that is DSA African DSA African Creative and Innovation Community. To join it on Facebook, as you're on Facebook now, or maybe you watch this video later, just type DACICS, DACICS. Once you type DACICS, the group is going to pop up. Join it. You're going to find just 3 simple questions to help you know that you're actually joining something to contribute, and also will help us filter those that really want to join to contribute to the effort of helping our dear continent, Africa. So join by typing DACICS, DACICS. It will pop up. Answer the 3 questions, join us, and we'll start working. So those are the ways to contact us.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Sola. You've done a great job. And next week, we are going to be back again. Every Sunday, we are going to be back dealing with this topic of how to use creativity and innovation to make Africa a better place. And soon, we are going to be bringing in all of you. We are going to be bringing people who have ideas. We are going to be bringing in people who are innovators. We are going to be bringing in the inventors. We are going to be bringing in everybody that sees himself. Just write to us and let us know. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, but I used to use my blog. Used to use the blog to profile different African inventors and all those people. Now we want to be doing this over this on this platform, you know, through video. And so we want to create a whole community where all of you could meet here, both sponsors, both supporters, and all people who are, you know, interested in creativity and innovation. Thank you so much, Sola. You've done a great job, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me, and have a great day. And all viewers, thank you for having us today.
Thank you.
And have a nice day.
Yeah, in the next 30 minutes, of course, I'll be back to continue the generation. Today is going to be the last message for the generation of temple cleansers and idol smashers, because from tomorrow, we're going to be starting the HMT about questioning, and it's good that Sola was speaking about questioning today. So that's what we are going to be starting from tomorrow. Today is going to be the last day for the generation of temple cleansers and idol smashers, but I think we have done a good justice to that topic. See you in 30 minutes. Bye.